Hello everyone. Today we are going to be going over the great opportunity that is St. Lucie County real estate. And I am a realtor on St. Lucie County, but don't think I'm just going to be biased in this whole video. I will largely be using MLS stats from 2012, 2017, and 2020 to help illustrate the trends in these counties. The counties that we're going to be comparing St. Lucie County to is going to be Miami-Dade, Broward County, and Palm Beach County. Using the stats of the last 10 years for single family sales in these counties is going to help give us a better understanding of where these markets are heading for the next 10 years. Because that's what real estate is. It's finding trends and predicting the future basically, and making sound investments, which brings me to who this video is actually for. Now, when I was making this video, two groups of people came to mind. The first being investors, obviously. Maybe you're already investing in South Florida and you're just looking for another opportunity in Florida, another county to start investing in. And the second group of people will be the relocators. Now, this can be in-state or out-of-state relocators. For example, if you are living in Broward County and you're close to retirement, just making the move to St. Lucie County is going to add a lot to your retirement fund and give you a better opportunity for generational wealth building in the future. But we'll touch on that later in the video. In this video, we're going to be touching on things like new construction closed sales, average sales price per square foot, population growth, and land mass, and then people per square mile. And hopefully by the end of this, you're going to be able to see the great opportunity that St. Lucie County really is going forward in the next 10 years. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, we are going to be starting off with closed sales. And remember, these closed sales are only single family homes in these counties. We're going to be starting with Miami-Dade and working our way north. I did also include the new construction homes that were sold in the MLS in 2022. So there may have been direct customer to builder sales, but I'm not including those because I don't have those numbers. We are only using the new constructions that were listed in the MLS and sold. Miami-Dade in 2012 had 12,721 home sales. In 2017, they had 13,913 homes sold. And in 2022, Miami-Dade had 12,791 homes sold, with only 200 of those homes being new construction. And seeing a dip in closed sales from 2017 to 2022 is going to be a continuing trend that you're going to see throughout these counties. Next up is Broward County, and in 2012 they had 15,412 closed sales, and in 2017 they had 17,034 homes sold, and in 2022 they had 14,906 homes sold, with 126 of them being new construction. Next up is Palm Beach County, and in 2012 they had 14,868 homes sold. In 2017 they had 16,101 homes sold, and then in 2022 they had 13,904 homes sold, with 268 of these homes being new construction. Now lastly, we have St. Lucie County, where in 2012 they had 5,002 homes sold. In 2017 they had 791 homes sold, and in 2022 there was 6,742 homes sold, with 840 of them being new construction. So what can we take away from this trend? Well, as we can see in those three other counties, they're having a dip in inventory while St. Lucie County is having an increase in inventory. Now, this can be largely attributed to just not having enough space for development or not continuing the development of those other counties because they're pretty overdeveloped as it is when compared to St. Lucie County. So St. Lucie County is still showing that they are growing their inventory and still developing out the county. And in terms of supply and demand, when you look at those three counties and seeing that they're having a lower supply and a high demand, you're safe to guess that they're going to have a higher price increase than St. Lucie County. Well, next we're going to look at the average price and price per square foot. Okay, starting off at Miami-Dade County, the average sales price in 2012 was $358,950 at $130 per square foot. And in 2017, the price jumped up to $480,064 at $213 per square foot. And in 2022, the average price was $989,568 at $415 per square foot. Miami-Dade saw a 276% increase in price in the last 10 years. Now moving on to Broward County, the average price in 2012 was $270,242 at $133 price per square foot. And this price increased in 2017 to $415,000 at $193 per square foot. And in 2022, the price jumped up to $760,961 at $350 per square foot. Broward County prices saw a 282% increase over the last 10 years. Now moving on to Palm Beach County, where the the average price in 2012 was $339,818 at $127 per square foot, and in 2017 the price jumped up to $526,060 at a price per square foot of $251, and in 2022 the price in Palm Beach County jumped all the way up to $1,027,164 at a price per square foot of $394. Palm Beach prices have seen a 302% increase over the last 10 years. Now last up is St. Lucie County, and in 2012 the average price was $16,152 at $62 per square foot. And in 2017 the price jumped up to $222,967 at a price per square foot of $121. And most recently in 2022 the average price is $411,216 at $224 per square foot. So St. Lucie County has seen a higher price increase over the last 10 years than the other three counties while still increasing its inventory. Seeing St. Lucie County have an increase in inventory while also increasing a price at a faster rate than the other three counties is only giving more reassurance to believe that over the next 10 years, St. Lucie County is going to continue this trend and increase their price at a much faster rate than the other three counties because it hasn't reached its full development yet. So as St. Lucie County gets closer and closer to developing over the next 10 years, that inventory is going to shrink, and that's just going to increase the demand and increase the likelihood of higher price increases compared to those other three counties. Next up, we were talking about the population growth over the last 10 years. And what I did is I took the stats from the 2010 and 2020 census because I didn't want to use any estimated projections from 2012 and 2022. Starting off with Miami-Dade, their population grew to 2.7 million over the last 10 years, which was an increase of 8% from 2010. Broward County grew to 1.945 million over the last 10 years, which was an increase of 11.3%. And Palm Beach County grew to 1.429 million over the last 10 years, which was an increase of 13%. And lastly, St. Lucie County grew to 330,000 people, which was an increase of 18.7% over the last 10 years. So as you can see, St. Lucie County has the higher growth rate over the last 10 years, but now we're going to be talking about the people per square mile in the land mass so that you can see that there is more room for that population to get even bigger in the next 10 years. When you look online the land mass of these counties, which is what you use to determine how many people there are per square mile, the preservations and conservations that take up a lot of land mass are actually included in these counties in that stat. So what I did is I looked at the future land use map and was able to get a rough estimate of the urbanized land area in these counties so we can get a more specific estimate as to the people per square mile that is actually on developed land, because we don't need to know the people per square mile when 800 square miles of the county isn't even lived on. So I'm going to give you the land mass of the whole county, but I'm also going to give you the urbanized area that I drew based on using the future land use maps. Starting off with Miami-Dade County, the county land mass is 1,900 square miles and the people per square mile is 1,422. But now using the future land use map and the closed sales from 2022 to see the outline of the urbanized area, I was able to draw the urbanized area, and that comes out to about 744 urbanized area, making the people per mile actually closer to 3,622. Next up is Broward County, and the land mass is listed at 1,227 square miles with 1,585 people per square mile. Looking at Broward's future land use map, they have 800 square miles dedicated to the Everglades and conservations, which makes the urbanized land area actually closer to 427 square miles, bumping that people per square mile number up to over 4,500 people per square mile. Now Palm Beach County, the land mass is listed at 1,964 square miles, which would make the people per square mile about 760. But using the future land use map, we were actually able to see that the urbanized land mass is actually closer to 670 square miles, making the people per square mile closer to 2,226 people per square mile. And lastly, St. Lucie County. The land mass of St. Lucie County is 572 square miles with a people per square mile of 576. Now, St. Lucie County doesn't have as much conservations and preservations as the other counties, but they do have 200 square miles of agricultural land where you can only put one dwelling per 5 acres. So I'm going to set that aside because it can be developed, but not overly developed. So this leaves the urbanized land mass to be closer to 365 square miles, making the people per square mile in St. Lucie County at about 904 people per square mile. Now, after comparing the future land use maps and the closed sales maps of 2022, you can see more clearly that the other three counties are pretty much maxed out in their development, while St. Lucie County has hundreds of residential vacant land still waiting to be developed. Seeing the people per square mile in St. Lucie County only being around 900 people per square mile also gives you more reason to believe that that number is going to grow a lot once this county gets more developed. It's not crazy to think that one day it could be doubled at 1,800 people per square mile, which is still less than the other three counties that we are comparing it to. So it can even reach that level of development one day, 10, 15 years down the road. And the higher people per square mile typically translates to more demand, which translates to higher prices. Now that we've went over all of the stats comparing these counties, I'm just going to be doing a quick summary and recap to show why St. Lucie County is the better opportunity over the next 10 years. Compared to the other three counties, St. Lucie County is closing more deals and has 4 times the amount of new build construction sales in the last year, which is likely to continue with the hundreds of acres of residential land still available. The average purchase price and population is growing at a higher rate in St. Lucie County than the other counties, and there is reason to believe this is going to continue just because of how much smaller the people per square mile is in St. Lucie County compared to those other counties. So in short, St. Lucie County has the land to develop, the demand of people wanting to move here, and the highest sales price growth. As I said earlier, I will have all of these stats in an Excel sheet that it will be linked in the description below if you are wanting to go through these and look at them on your own time so that you can see the amazing opportunity that St. Lucie County is. I hope that I was able to give you some valuable information on our county, and if you do decide to invest or relocate to the area, please contact me. All of my contact information is listed in the description below. Thank you for watching this video and have a great day.